Okay, so let's continue our discussion. Maliban dun sa paggamit mo ng models as a tool in economics or in microeconomics in understanding and analyzing the behavior of your consumer and sellers, firms or businesses and your workers. Okay? Ay gumagamit din tayo ng mga equations in relation yun sa mathematical model. Meron kang mga mathematical equations that you will use in describing the relationship of factors affecting the demand or factors affecting the supply. For example, yung mga klase ng demand model, yung example natin or demand function. Okay, so dito kung kailangan mo na math. Okay, yung simple na plus, minus, multiply, and division. And then we have to know the basics of solving simple equations because may mga certain topics later on sa microeconomics that you will be using this simple equations involving addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division, and as well as those equations na mayroong exponents. Okay, so bibigyan tayo ng example yun mamaya para mas maliwanag kasi importante na alam mo yung basics para hindi na tayo babalik sa basics pag nandun na tayo sa mga topics na kailangan natin have topics that needs that have mathematical equations or may mga computations that we have to perform. So una is the order of operations. So sa order of operations is pag-solve ng equation, merong mga mauuna kang gagawin kaya sa sinawag ng order of operations is una, anything na may equation na may parenthesis or bracket, okay, yun yung uunahin mong gagawin kumpara sa ibang part ng equation. So sa example for that later. And then after nun, saka mo gagawin yung mga part na equation na may exponent. And then kung may equation na may involvement ng multiplication and divide, okay, is gagawin mo is mauna yung pag-multiply mo, divide mo from left to right ng equation, or kung yung equation nyo ay merong magkasama na may multiplication, division, tapos may add, so una is gagawin nyo muna i-multiply siya or i-divide bago siya i-add. So laging mauna yung multiplication and division bago na pwedeng gawin yung addition or subtraction. So kaya makikita nyo nauhuli siya sa step or order na gagawin nyo na computation sa simple equations. Later, I will give some examples for that. And then also sa economics, we will be using graphs like yung example, okay, na sa graphs na yun or lines na meron tayong mathematical equivalent or equation ng line na yan. Okay, kung saan yung line na yun sa graph ay meron siyang equivalent in equation kung saan yung line na y is the one that you are determining. Like example, ay yung y mo is yung quantity demanded natin kanina na exam, so sa demand function. And then b is your intercept. Ibig sabihin ng intercept is, ito yung value ng y mo, okay, pag 0 si x. Ang value ng x mo equal to 0, so ang value ng y mo is equal to b or your intercept. And then meron naman tayo si x. So example natin ng x kanina sa demand function is price na makaka-apekto o magkukos ng change sa y. So pwede, so example na ng x mo kanina is price affecting your y, or for the demand function affecting your quantity demanded. Okay? Or pwede rin yung x mo, another variable affecting your quantity demanded kanina sa demand function is income. Okay? So ito yung pinaka-simple na equation lang in a line in a graph. Okay? Meron kang intercept and meron kang slope. Ibig sabihin ng value ng m is slope, pinapakita lang nito yung ilan ang madadagdag sa y mo pag nagbago yung value ng x by 1 unit. So pag bago ng 1 unit yung x, so papalitan mo yung x ng 1. Okay? Times yung m is any numerical number na slope. So ito yung mag-i-indicate ng sa bawat isang unit na pagbabago ng value ng x, ilan ang magiging epekto na to sa y. Okay? Or ilan ang madadagdag nito sa y. Bakit madadagdag? Kasi plus sign siya. Okay. Another na kailangan yung maintindihan is understanding variables. So, meron tayo. So, dito yung usual na gagamitin is yung algebra. So, meron tayong may mga quantity, may isang variable ay isang quantity na pwede siyang mag-assume ng iba-ibang values. Represented, it can assume na pwedeng iba-iba yung magiging value ng x or y mo, kung saan yung mga represented by a letter or a symbol. So ibig sabihin, yung variable natin dito sa equation na to is si x and y. So yung x and y mo pwedeng can assume different values depende sa ano ang given na value ng x or anong given ang value ng y, para makuha natin anong value ng x or anong value ng y. So that's your basic in your algebra. And then now we have working with variables. So working with variables is when you're trying to solve an equation with one or more variables. So example is this equation. 12 is equal to 9 plus 3 plus x. So you have x. So, ibig sabihin dito, when you're working for variables like the x and y, ito yung hahanapan nyo ng values. Ito yung isusolve mo sa equation. Kasi unknown yung values nila. Okay? So, dito sa equation na to, nagkataon na ang variable na hahanapin lang natin is anong magiging value ng x, which is your variable. So, ang ginagawa sa working with variables na ganitong equation is i-isolate natin si x. Ibig sabihin i-isolate si x is dapat si x lang yung matitira sa right side, sa left side ng equation, tapos yung 3, 9 ay dapat malipat lahat sa left side ng equation so that we can find ano ang value ni x. Yan yung ibig sabihin ng you need to isolate the variable, or we need to isolate the x na hinahanap natin ng variable in the sense na siya lang yung matitira sa right side ng equation at lahat ng numerical values na meron na 3, 9, at 12 ay nasa left side. So dito, example is ano ang value ng x kapag y is equal to 12. So example dito, ito rin yung sa kanina. Ito rin yung ginamit niya. So y is equal to 9 plus 3 plus x. So given yung value ng y na 12, kaya siya from this equation naging substitute mo yung 12 dito sa y, kaya siya naging 12 is equal to 9 plus 3x. So ibig din sabihin na isolate is okay, anong gagawin natin both side of the equation, okay, para mawala yung 9 dito sa right side. So siyempre, para mawala si 9 sa right side ng equation, mag-minus ka ng 9, mag-minus ka rin ng 9 sa left side ng equation. So mangyayari is 9 minus 9 plus 3x and then 12 minus 9. So ang mangyayari is, ang matitira na lang 9 minus 9 plus 3x is 0 plus 3x, kaya naging 3x, and then 12 minus 9 is 3. Since may natitira ka pa na 3 dito sa right side ng equation, at ang gagawin natin is kailangan nahanap lang natin si x, ang value ni x. So kaya anong i-divide ngayon natin both sides para ang matira lang sa right side ng equation ay x lang. So ang gagawin mo ngayon, mag-divide ka ng 3 both sides of the equation. So 3 divided 3x divided by 3 is 1 times x, or that's equal to x. And 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So now we get the value of x equal to 1. So that's always the operation that we do when we're working with variables.